Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do a video with more watercolors. I'm going to show you guys a couple different tricks with watercolors. And stay tuned because I'm going to announce who won the new watercolors that I have. So what I'm going to do, if you've been with me for a little bit, you've seen this page in my art journal when I've been playing in it. And what I did was I took some clear gesso and I painted it on top of here because I have watercolor on here. I have acrylic paint. I have gelatos. I have all kinds of stuff on here. And I don't want it to lift up so much. So this is clear gesso. Now, if you don't want to use clear gesso, or you don't have clear gesso, you can use your regular Mod Podge. I suggest Mod Podge paper, but if you have your Mod Podge mat, you can, or Ultra Chalk or anything like that, you can definitely use that, as well as gel medium, as well as Collage Podge, anything that's going to seal your pages, so you can keep that underneath. Now, I'm going to use a few different things here, and we're going to play and we're going to see what we can do. So I have the palette that I have been using, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some water, and you get a brand new one. You're not going to get this. This is actually, I got this for Emily, so, but I took it out of her room again. Okay. So I sprayed the water a little bit, and I think what I want to do, let's try, these are just stick-its, Post-it notes. I thought about this last night in bed, and I was like, let's see. This might not be big enough to go around. And I'm just using that sticky part. Do you see, to kind of give us some different textures on here. I don't know. Let's see what this does. I'm such a good artist. I like playing, so I don't know, and I like playing on camera a lot because I don't know how it's going to come out, and we're going to see. So I'm going to concentrate. I think I'm going to stick with these purples here, maybe these blues. So I'm going to spray them a little more, and I just have a brush, and it's not a specific, it's just a brush that I use in my mixed media. I'm going to go in. You can see how nice that goes on the on top of the gesso, right? Is my thing need, let me see if I can get it auto-focused. I'm having a hard time seeing today, so you're going to have to excuse me while I do this. Oh, I really went on a different color on the yellow, didn't it? And I'm just going in here. I'm going to have to probably put some more. Maybe I'm going to go a little darker with some blue. Let's see. I know it's watercolor, so it's not going to come out. Yeah, we're going to stick with blue. I want you guys to be able to see it on the camera. And I'm going to go all the way up to the top, just to see what we're working with here. And this gives me ideas. Always play, because it gives you ideas on what to do in your next, on your next page, or your canvas, or another art journal, or ATC. It just gives you some ideas, Okay, so that's what I did for that. And I'm going to lift these up. They all come up together. Okay, it kind of gives you a little bit of a bridge. Let's do it here, just to play, to give us some. I'm just going in whatever. Okay. All right. I think you see what I'm doing, though. Can you see, like, underneath how we have these different shapes? And you can always go back and, if you want this a little higher, and go in, and you see how that does. So you can definitely use these in different ways where you get different shapes. So if you are somebody who doesn't have a lot of stencils and you want to play around, then this is a good thing to do. I'm going to rinse my brush because on the other side, I want to try something. I want to go a little lighter. And I'm just going to use these same ones. And I want to go a little lighter. I'm going to go in the middle here, though. What color? I want a lighter color. Yellow might be too light, though, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's going to mix with that blue and give us a puke green, which, hey, if you want to describe my mood today and how I'm feeling, puke green's pretty good. pretty good. Okay. Yeah, and that was a little wet, you can see. But, all right, not hating on that. Wanted to get some idea. Apparently that's not a good color. Let me mix. Okay. So now I'm just going to go in and dab it a little bit just to get up some of that. Didn't do what I exactly wanted it to do. So I will go in with some of this pink. And maybe I'll use this stencil here. One of you guys sent me the stencil, but requested I did not say your name, which I have no problem. All you have to do is tell me that. I have all my stuff that you guys have been sending me, I haven't been showing on my channel. Well, my brush is a little still wet. So that's not working for me there. You know what I like to do? Let me show you something real quick. I have my black sitting here, and I have this. And I've shown this before, I'm sure. But I will show you again in case you did not see it. And then we'll get on to doing. All right, so I have my thing here, and I'm going in with some black. Let's see if we can get enough ink on here. Okay. Maybe not. We shall see. But I like going in on stencils that have holes, you know, like bigger. No, didn't have enough on there. Ugh, I need some new ones. Let's see about this black one. I think this one works good. Juicy. I need it juicy. Okay. And I'm using black so you guys can see on the video more than a lighter color because my camera's kind of crappy. And you see what happens is it starts taking, like you do it on the forms. This might be a little too thin. Let's try it on this one. Over here, let's see. And you see what will happen is if you do the whole thing, you will get the rose or flower, whatever kind of flower this is, in the different, in a different way than you normally would. Keep stamping till you're done. This might be a little too small, but it does come out really cool looking if you sit and take the time to do that. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. It's not working. Not working how I wanted it to, but it really does look cool. I do have a video on it. Yeah, so, okay. So let's say I have this and I don't necessarily want to, take the black off. I'm like, okay, let me stick some of this black. I think this should all be done on here. Let me get some black stamping on here. So I'll go in one more time. I'm just going to press a little bit and just to kind of move it around a little bit more. Not worrying. We're just putting down some text so I can show you. what exactly the clear will do for you. Okay, so now I'm going to hit this with my heat gun. And that'll just, you know, dry it a little bit. Now I'm going to take more of my clear gesso. Just a little bit. I'm going to take my brush. Now, make sure your brush is fairly dry. I mean, you want it pretty dry because, you know, you're going to reactivate some of the watercolor and maybe even some of the Distress Oxide. So, you know, the drier your brush, the better off you're going to be. So I'm just going to take this and very lightly, now you can see that wasn't dry, but and look with the watercolor. You don't want to go over it back and forth. If you go over it back and forth, what's going to happen is the watercolor will then move. But you see, I did it with hardly any of the watercolor moving. Obviously, the black did, and I'm okay with that. I like that. But if you don't, give it 5 minutes to dry, or take the time on with your heat gun and dry it, and then it won't move as bad. But that was still a little wet, a little chunky. That's okay. I'm okay with that. So then I'm going to dry it. And I'm layering. So I have layers on here of whatever was on the bottom, the colors, some watercolor, and some ink. I know a lot of, I have a lot of new people at my channel, and I'm thrilled to death. But I know a lot of you are, play with these for a minute. I know a lot of you are beginners, and a lot of you don't have, you know, a lot of stuff to use. So I try to incorporate both. In this new year, though, I do want to do a little bit more advanced pages as well, once a week. But I love doing, I love doing beginner stuff and showing different techniques, which is what this is, because, you know, everybody, with all these new products coming out, with gelatos, I got to find my gelatos, with the distressed crayons, with, you know, everything new out there, you know, you want to be able to use them in as many ways as you can, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I am going to take this, and let me see where I'm going to do it. Let's just do it here. I'm just going to scribble it a little bit. Now, can you hear underneath? You hear that? That's that clear gesso. So, and you can see it's rough on things because it is a little bit rough. Now, look, you can take your sandpaper. I have a block that I usually use, and if I want, I don't want it on here now, but if you want, you can give it a quick sanding. But look, I have the gelato down, so I'm going to open my white gesso, my clear gesso. I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to get some of that. Yep. Oh, didn't rinse that brush well, Kel. I'm going to take some on here, and I'm going to activate this. And what it's going to do, the same as we did to make the gelatos permanent, it is going to, and you can add a peep bit of water if you want it to be, you know, go a little quicker. So yeah, so if you add that little bit, what it's going to do is it's going to make it permanent. Now you can see the yellow underneath, the black underneath the yellow is not moving now. That black, because now it's captured in that page with that clear gesso. Okay, so you see how that works? Now let's do another color just so you guys can. And by the way, the winner for the brand new watercolor palette is Elizabeth Dindal. So Elizabeth, please check out all my links down below and send me your address and I will get this out to you. We have had so much snow and mail's been all messed up and everything, so I'm a little bit behind on getting a few things mailed out. So I'm really hoping that the weather's supposed to go up in the 50s by Sunday, Monday. So I'm hoping to get everything out by then. And don't worry if I'm running late on something. I will. I always like to throw a couple extra little things in there to show you I appreciate your patience. And oh, what else was I gonna say? So yeah, so Elizabeth, contact me, and I will get your stuff out. Okay, so you see this? Now I'm gonna dry this. This is when life is exciting to me because when you can take a product, an art product, and make it permanent, do you know what I mean? That you can use it in different ways. It makes me happy. Let's do, I love pink and orange, or do I want this green? Let's do a little orange. All right, so I'm going to keep this pink in here, but I'm going to go on the outside. I'm going to put a little orange, and it's going to go, you can see it's a little like a poopy, almost orange color. I'm sorry for the description. I just don't know what else to say. And then I'm going to go in with this green, which I love. Love everything. All right. And then I'm going to go in with light blue over this, like in between here. Okay. Can she do it? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Okay. So going in with a little bit more of my clear gesso. A little bit. Okay, see? And I'm sticking it in here. That's what she said. But, yeah, I don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to go lighter to dark. So I honestly think this green's lighter than that orange. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Now, if you have extra on there and you might want to go down here, maybe go over a few different parts. It's up to you. Get a little bit of water, a little bit more of this. And I'm going to lay it on there for a second. And I'm going to go in with the blue. You can see a little bit of the green transferring. That's because I'm not cleaning in between. It's all right. And then I'm going to go on here. Okay. And then I'm going to go in for that green. Okay. A little bit there. Go with that blue. If you leave it sit for a minute on it, it will activate it. Now, if you see it's starting to get muddy, you can see right there. Go in and clean your brush before you start your next part. Depends on what my mood is and if I'm going to go over it more. A little water added. You see that and how it just kind of does that thing. Look at that. Okay, and I can maybe throw some there. And I can go and clean this up. I'll wet it. I'll clean my brush one more time. Get most of that water off and then kind of go in here just to get a little bit of a wipe. Same with here. Now, you might not like that in between color to you. It might be meh, but leave it because then you can do a different layer on top if you want to. And I'm going to dry this for the most part. But you see how we've made now the pages more solid. So now we can, and we've used water soluble products. We used our distress crayons, or you could use gelatos or whatever you have. And we use watercolor paint. And you can see that black underneath, and it's not moving. It is not moving. So that is a lot of fun things to do. Now, I wanted to try this last thing. Let's see. I have this wood grain, and it is from Folk Art. And I want to try, what did I do with my, let's see, what about purple? All right. So I just have some Ranger eggplant color. I've not used this yet, so I'm very anxious to. Obviously it's for furniture or whatever you have, you know, whatever you want. I'm going to use it in my mixed media. I hope this has ink on it. We're going to see. And then it says to roll it. I'm going to start here. Oh, it does. Can you see? Let me see if I can do it here. Yeah, that's really cool. Let me try on a page where you can actually see it. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to lay it like that and then roll it. Look at it. Cool. I'm sure there's a way to do it, you know, so it's, I wonder if this prints. Oh yeah, and that does little dot, like little things. Very cool. Okay. Wrong. Oh, that's going to be fun to play with. That's going to be fun to play with. All right. So that is all that I am doing at the moment. Like I said, this is so much fun, and I used water-soluble products. I used watercolor. I used, you know, the distress crayons, and I'm just so excited. Again, you can use your Mod Podge. You can, you know, do that kind of thing. Ask me questions down below, because you guys always have the best questions, and it helps so many other people out, especially starting out. These are just layers. Now you can go and you can maybe, like I have, which this would have been a great thing too, to kind of do scallop, you know what I mean? Like I did with the stick-its, the post-its. But this would be cool to even do like on the bottom. And then do so, so I don't know. I'm going to think. I got to think. But this is a background. And like I said, I wanted to announce the winner. It's been a minute, but I'm trying to get myself together. It's very, very hard. But yeah, so I just wanted to do this for you guys to show that we can definitely, you know, I mean, look, that black's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Look at that. Not going anywhere. Everything's on here now, and it is not being moved. So I will do a page, and we'll finish this at some point. I'm not going to keep you guys here forever today, but I definitely will finish. I have an idea, because with the questions that I've been asking, you guys have been answering, and I am in love. So an idea had come to my head that I had done a painting about before, but I thought it would be maybe a fun page that we could all maybe do together, as this is easy, you know, easy to do, and it's just playing. You're not hurting. You know what I mean? You're not ruining anything, because we're just layering, and that's essentially what we're doing. So let me know, do you guys have gelatos? Do you guys have distressed crayons? Do you have watercolor crayons? Let me know. You know, because I'd be curious to know if you guys would be willing to try to do a page or something. So, as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. This is progress, not perfection. We are in progress of learning how to do these kind of things with, you know, turning our art products into other art products, if that makes sense. I love you guys so very much. And please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. If you're new to my channel and you would like to be subscribed, click that subscribe button down below, the bell next to it, and share me if you enjoy what I do. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I love it. And I love you guys. And I will see you guys. I'm going to have a question and answer video coming up with all the questions you guys have been asking me in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.